so undisputed. Yeah. Pound for pound, 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 pound for pound. What feel like the night of the fight? Feels like the fight of my life. Lighting my fire, can't even remember which finger is injured or what tired is like. Train through the pain, flipping them tires. Barbells was lifting them skyward and higher. I ran through the rain, work till I'm drained. Put on headphones and do it all over again. Chains clang from hitting the bag. Throwing them fast, trying to fold it in half. Footwork rehearsed till I float in the flash. Searching for weakness, immersed in my defense. Please, don't be too slow with the pads. But I'm still matching the motion it has. Shoulder rolling, find an opening and let them go like I'm holding the soul in my hands. Set it free, set it free, set it free. Flow like a butterfly, sting like a pound for pound, 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 pound. Do it for my mama, do it for my father. Family affair, my whole family in here.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. First up, Freight Train. And they'll be facing Steel Jaw. These two guys will... Up first, Freight Train from the United States of America. Them, Steel Jaw from the United States of America.
As soon as the ball goes, don't blink.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from the United States of America, where...
You can tell both of these fighters are exuding confidence as they touch gloves. And here we go.
Words are cheap.
All right. We're expecting an all-action slugfest. And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. That counterpunch caught him clean. Insane action. Straight right just misses. A perfect counter shot. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Just see the nerves on a fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner, you've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
It's bombs away. He can't score with that uppercut. think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Good one. Every time, you know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious. Here we go for round two. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. How about that time counter shot? This fighter doesn't just want to win by knockout. They want to do it early so they can get out of here.
Terrorized them into not wanting to throw a punch because they don't even see the shot leaving.
You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Jab slightly off target. Nice counter shot. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
Todd, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
They are giving us a high-tempo show. There's a counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Just avoids the left uppercut. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You can't.
On to the third. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fists. Don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Do you believe this? One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He threw a punch and just got countered. This is a high-octane battle. Nice counter shot. A lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Needs a knockout without a doubt.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point. Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. The building is going bananas. Will they see a huge upset here? They exchange punches. These punches coming from every angle. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Catch and shoot. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. And he wasn't ready for that counterpunch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. The momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Win this round. Got everything in the bag.
And there's the bell for round 5. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Well done with that counter shot. Swing and a miss with the right hook. When are we going to see a jab from these two? I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Give us a second to catch our breath. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see. There's the bell to start round 6. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. They both want the knockout. drop their guard, they get caught. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter. That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. Good counter punching. Stumbling around in potholes. And down goes Steel Jaw. Oh my goodness. I want to see that one more time.
A shot from the gods, took him out. 1, 2, 3.
Let's see how the game plan changes. Here comes round 7. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with it.
You don't want to trade shots. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
A perfect counter lands. Those counter punches have to hurt. Beautiful counter shot. Good punch. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. And now going for the finish. Let's take another look at that.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
Well, now it's about getting...
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
To make or break a fighter.
God awful round that was. Come on. You let him back into the fight. You're much better than that.
Great rounds, Valdez.
There's the bell for round 8. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown.
I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
He's got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to power you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in a round.
He misses with that straight left. powerful counterpunch. Will the referee stop it? It somehow weathered the storm.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
So much bruising. Will the referee stop this fight?
Are you all right? Are you okay?
Wow, so the referee is not going to stop it, and the fight continues. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. They say no one knows a fighter better than their trainer, and this trainer is certainly considering. And there's the bell for round 9. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And he scores with the counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to actually outbox the fight and beat them on points.
The halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
So much firepower here. Counter shot lands. They have no respect for each other's punching power. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. All hands on deck. We are witnessing an upset in the making. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got...
And here comes the 10th round. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Punch. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. And they got caught. And steel jaw has been dropped. We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin standing up to that shot.
I need to see that again.
Their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Did you see that? What a massive upset this would be. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
What recovery skills they are.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. This could be the end. That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you continue.
As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. A lot of work needs to be done in this corner. 2 knockdowns in the last round.
There's always a way back. Don't ever round anybody off.
Switch off and get your boxing back together.
And there's the bell to start round 11. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this battle?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice counter punch. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. That jab misses. Don't let this fighter's speed hold that thought. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Throws the jab but does not score. Catch and shoot. Look great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Give me your ball.
What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will... There's the bell for round 12. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Catch and shoot. They blocked the left there. Having a hard time finding a home with that right uppercut. His stamina is off the charts. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. What a massive upset this was. I wouldn't be surprised if they stopped this fight considering the swelling and the bruising. They've been beaten so badly this fight, you almost hope that it stopped, and it is. It is over. TKO victory.
I think the referee forgot until all of a sudden, yeah, you know what, I better do my job here.
Well, Johnny, how do you rate the performance after this stoppage win?
Just like another, like TKO, it's Teddy Pendergrass over. TKO is spot on.